So, paano
Bahala, bahala na kayong umareglo o umayos sa sitwasyon ng inyong presinto. So, naging SOP yan. Wala nang police report dyan. Ganun talaga eh. Talagang, marami talagang drop out. Marami talagang wrongful death na hindi mo talaga maiimbestigahan. Walang ballistics, walang police report. Saan ka magsisimula, Christian? Wala kang autopsy. Kasi lahat ng wrongful death, dapat may autopsy. Wala autopsy. Saan tayo magsisimula?
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Puntahan natin yung isa sa, I think this was the highlight of the hearing yesterday, yung acknowledgement ninyo na 95% of the wrongful deaths under Duterte's drug war, wala palang police report. Ang tanong ko, paano nangyari yun? Bakit nakalusot?
Kasi, yun ang order ng ano eh. It seemed as if it was the order of the higher-ups. Alam niyo naman ang ating character ng ating police organization. Very militaristic. Blind loyalty. Kaya nga nagkakaproblema tayo. That's why, if I were asked what measures that we can do for the last 2 years, it is actually police reform. Kasi talagang kinakailangan, we have to turn around and change the notion of what the police is to our society. Ang nangyari kasi dyan, paramilitaristic force na puro general, tapos bata-bata. Alam mo naman, ang notion talaga dapat ng ideal police. Like before, yung mamang police idea, di ba? Which happened in the 50s and the 60s. The policemen were community figures. Kilala sila sa community, the community knew them, they belong there. Ganon din ang mga fiscal, ganon din ang mga prosecutors. Pero nangyari dito, nung naging Integrated National Police, saka ganon na yung naging structure ng police natin, nagka-problema talaga. Naging blind loyalty, blind obedience. Right or wrong, obey. We cannot live with that anymore. I think that that's the most important thing that we're learning here.
Okay. This is sinasabi niyong 95% of the wrongful deaths, walang police report. Were you referring dun sa official police figures, yung 6,252? Or perhaps mas marami pa?
Mas marami pa siguro. Hindi ko alam eh. Mas siguro mga 6,000 would be a reasonable number.
So 95% of 6,000?
Pardon?
95% of 6,000, walang police report?
It must be the case. Kasi nga, naghahanap kami ng ganyan. Pagka of all the victims that went to us na kinausap namin at nag-attempt kami na kumuha ng police report, out of 20 of them, walang lumabas kahit isang police report.
Anong official na dahilan nung hininga niya ng police report na police official?
No police report. And then when pinapa-explain ko sa isang former general, sabi niya, that was the policy.
So, paano
bahala na kayong umareglo o umayos sa sitwasyon ng inyong presinto. So, naging SOP yan. Wala nang police report dyan. Ganun talaga eh. Talagang, marami talagang drop out. Marami talagang wrongful death na hindi mo talaga maiimbestigahan. Walang ballistics, walang police report. Saan ka magsisimula, Christian? Wala kang autopsy. Kasi lahat ng wrongful death, dapat may autopsy. Wala autopsy. Saan tayo magsisimula? Sasabihin natin, may tama ng bala. Tapos na tayo ron. Wala na tayo ibang ebidensya. Paano ka magsisimula?
Doon sa sinasabi ng wrong...
The police report would always contain the situation. It would contain sino-sino ang mga policemen over there, what they were reacting to, how they came to be in the situation, and what transpired. Diba yun ang nature ng police report eh. Sinasabi nila in earnest kung ano nakita nila. Pag wala kang spot report, saan ka kukuha ng spot report kayo? Naasay ka sa ibang lugar yung mga tao. Sino ka kausapin natin?
Okay. But when you say wrongful deaths, hindi lang po ba ito yung sinasabi ng police na lahat ng laban, which was 6,000 sa count nila? Kasama ba rito yung vigilante killings nila?
Is actually, it's one example of wrongful death. Kasi meron naman, hindi naman talaga nalalaban. Hindi talaga lumalaban. Nawawala na lang eh. Even, siguro I have to tell you, a first cousin of my wife is still missing up to now.
Talaga? What happened?
He was disappeared in Pasay. He probably had a drug record. But it's not reason for us to make a person disappear. May pamilya rin yan. May mahal din sa buhay yan.
Kailan siya nawala?
2021.
So hindi pa rin natatagpuan hanggang ngayon? Wala man lang traces?
Yeah, no trace. I knew him. Nakilala ko siya eh. Nung bata pa kami. Na-meet ko na siya. I was probably 20 years old, 21.
Yeah, sir. I'm trying to make sense of the numbers. No? Kasi 95% of what? Kasi official PNP count, 6,200.
Wala police report yun. Kahit anong gawin natin, wala tayong mahahanap na police report. Yun nga yung ano rito. It was so organized. Parang organized crime na yung nangyari. Na, ba't walang police report lahat? Naging SOP nila na walang police report.
Kung gano'n,
di ba nakakapasal talaga kung ba't gano'n ang aksyon ng ating kapulisan ng panahon nila?
hindi ba itong katotohanan na binabanggit nyo ngayon, wouldn't this bolster the case sa ICC?
Yes, it would. Because ano nga eh, the people had no chance to prove a case in our country. And even when they went to us, when we took over already, we were left holding the empty bag, so to speak. Wala kami mahalukay na ebidensya kagad o yung gusto namin mahanap, hindi namin mahahanap dahil wala namang gusto magsalita eh. It's already conspiracy of silence. Wala gusto magsalita.
Ang tanong, Secretary, anong mangyayari dun sa 95% of the wrongful deaths na walang police report? Ganon-ganon na lang yun?
Well, we will probably have to put up a truth commission. It's something that we are studying right now. Kung gagawa tayo ng truth commission, or we let Congress investigate it. As my brother, the Secretary of the SILG was asking Senator Amy Marcos, siguro dapat imbestigahan natin itong mga nangyaring ganito. Simulan natin sa mga taong cardiac arrest ang cause of death. Tapos may butas sa ulo. Maybe we can start that way. We have to face it eh. Alam mo, ang Argentina had to face this tragedy. And it took them 14, 15, 16 years to be able to make sense out of everything. Ganun talaga. Hindi naman itong ngayon lang nangyari. Nangyari dito sa ibang bansa. Kaya nga ngayon, ang Argentina is the leader in forensic pathology. They're the leading lights in autopsies and DNA identification because of their experience as a country.
Itong Truth Commission, no? Actually, matagal na may napapag-usapan na rin to before.
Pero we can call it anything, no? I don't have to call it the Truth Commission. We can call it the, I don't know what we will call it, pero finding the disappearance do, di ba? Marami na wala eh.
Oo nga, pero
making sense out of everything that happened through the years, di ba?
Tsaka importante rito yung transitional justice na tinatawag para magkaroon ng tinatawag na healing. Pero gamitin mo natin yung term na...
Ayun, Argentinian experience.
Gamitin natin yung term na Truth Commission for purposes of this discussion.
Yes, okay.
Ano yung nakikita niyo magiging hubog nito? How would it make a difference?
Well, open siya. It is a very transparent process that we should make para talaga maglabasan ng totoo. And we will have to offer immunities. Marami tayong kailangan pag-isipan muna bago natin gawin ito. But we have to make a structure where people will not be afraid to speak. Yan ang pinakamahalaga.
Oo. Tsaka ma-ventilate nila yung kanilang saloobin, no? Pero how seriously are you considering this Truth Commission?
Parang wala na tayo pupuntahan kundi dyan na eh. Kasi para naman we can make sense out of all of this eh, as a country. As a country, we owe it to ourselves to find the sad truth about where we came from. Yun naman ang totoo eh, di ba? Kailangan malaman natin ang totoo.
Have you mentioned this to the President? Itong pagtatayo ng isang Truth Commission or whatever you want to call it?
Not yet. That only came about because of these questions that are being raised now. Although we discussed this before about fact-finding commissions for other issues. May naging discussion na kami tungkol dito. But it never went to anything. Kasi alam mo, Christian, sa trabaho namin sa DOJ, pag sarado mo ng isang page, the next page will contain another problem. Hindi na uubos ang problema namin. every day is a different day. Kagaya niya, the moment that we finish with the Senate hearing, pagdating ko sa opisina, ang news namin, Timor-Leste
Tebes.
did not give us the right, or did not approve of our right yet to extradite Tevez. But I think that eventually we'll get there. Pero ako, I will call a spade and say that there may be a million reasons for that to happen within the judicial system.
Literally, million reasons.
Millions of reasons.
So, money change hands.
I cannot say that with absolute certainty, but that is the impression that we are getting. And I intend to speak to the president of Timor-Leste again, because he's putting together a country for the future. Pinaglaban nila yung kanilang kalayaan, kanilang pagkakaisa, pero ngayon, nagsisimula pa lang sila, padapa-dapa na kagad ang kanilang justice system. Sana naman matuto sila sa mga karanasan ng ibang mga bansa. Ang justice system, ang pinaka pivot yan. Diyan nakasalalay ang vitality mo.
Bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.